guys, welcome back to RonsRides, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video where I'm here at Maserati Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach, and in front of me is probably one of the most undefeated combos in the Alfa Romeo lineup. We're looking at a 2019 Alfa Romeo Stelvio. This has the Nero Edizione black package on it, but the Misano blue with black wheels and yellow calipers. I mean, holy crap, this thing is beautiful. I have to show it off to you guys because obviously when I see a killer spec, I have to come and put it on camera for you guys, tell you all about the car, this specific spec, and show you the price with the options. So we're gonna take a spin around this Stelvio. So here's the key to the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. This is a Stelvio Sport and it is a rear-wheel drive model. For 2019, Alfa Romeo turned the Stelvios into rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive models. So you can get both now for 2019, and this is one of them. Now you do have the key here, as I explained. Unlock lock, you have your trunk release, you have your remote start, and you have your panic button. You also have a physical key inside where you would just grab each side, slide down, and you have your physical key there in case you needed it. So let's talk about this spec, because back maybe a year and a half ago, I filmed an Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, and I think I titled that video the best color ever on the Alfa Romeos, or on the Alfa Romeo Giulia, something along those lines, okay? That's what color it was. Misano blue, it had the 5-hole dark wheels, and it had yellow calipers. We're pretty close here. The Misano blue paint job, which is a $600 option. You do have the black 20-inch sport wheels, all right? And you have yellow calipers. This combo is just something crazy, all right? Super unique. The flavor, the colors that pop in this thing just look incredible. And in this Florida sun, it really does it justice. I don't even know if the video does it justice, but if you guys haven't had a chance to see what this looks like in person, you definitely need to do so. Now in the flesh, you're looking at the Nero Edizione package, which blacks out a few things as we talked about before. The front grille done in black, all right, the dark meat-on finish, all right. You do have the mirror caps done in a dark meat-on finish. You do have the wheels done with gloss black and the monochrome center caps, which you only get on the Nero Edizione package. Because it is a sport, you get your gloss black window trim, and you also get your gloss black roof rails. Now this does have the panoramic roof, so you'll get the full black roof, even with your shark antenna being done in black as well. So it just adds to that flavor. But we're not done yet. Let's stroll around to the back. Probably one of the best parts here is the blacked out gloss exhaust tips and rear valance done in gloss black as well with that Nero Edizione package. And then you do have the badge, all right? Stelvio done in the gloss black look. I mean, this combo is just something killer. Now I know a lot of people don't like black like that. They don't like to do the gloss black stuff. A lot of people like the chrome to keep it, you know, classier. But this looks good. It looks sporty. It's a sport model. This is how it should go. This is how it should look, in my opinion. Now, if you guys don't know about the Stelvio powertrain, well, inline 4-cylinder, 2-liter engine, 280 horsepower, 8-speed ZF transmission with this motor. If you guys haven't driven one of these, biggest thing about this is the driving experience with it. It's super smooth, super fluent, all right? It's very light on its feet, and the transitions with the 8-speed ZF transmission is very smooth. You can really find yourself losing your perception of speed because of the fact that it's so smooth when it shifts gears. You can float. It's something that you really should try out. The different drive modes definitely helps. It may seem like common sense, but this dimple here is actually where you're supposed to apply pressure to open up your fuel door, okay? It's not a dent, which I've seen some people say before, but you don't want to press right here. That's not going to do you any good. Press where the dimple is. That is where the actual trigger here release is. If you guys can't see there, that says premium high octane recommended. So they want you to put premium fuel inside of your Stelvio, which you should, because you want the best for your engine and the best performance. You're looking at 25 combined city and highway, 22 city and 29 highway for this specific car. Always have to check in the back of the Stelvio. We will do the trunk lease by pressing twice and letting it fly up there for us, all right? If you guys need to know how to program your trunk height, all right, for your hatch, you can always check out the video I have in order to program using the buttons here and pulling it down to exactly where you want it to program this exact height. Now you can do that, and you can do a couple other things, so make sure you check out the other videos. Now 55.6 cubic feet of space in the back, 3 folding seats, all right? You have it on each side and in the middle. You do have your privacy here. Privacy shade goes right there. You also have an additional shade right there, which is easy to put on and take off. All right, down here, you have a couple of cubbies for any kind of bottles, for cleaning, spray bottles, towels, stuff like that. All right, if you want to get to the battery, you do have to lift this up, and in the back, you'll have a couple of things, all right? Not just the battery. Tire inflate kit here, all right? So it has the instructions there for you. Pump here, all right? You also have your front plate bracket, and you have your booklet there. All right, Alfa Romeo insignia there. And then in the middle, you have your battery. 50-50 weight distribution. Gotta put that battery in the back, right? Now, if you want to fold your seats down, there's a couple different ways to do it. You do have tabs on both sides of your trunk here to do so, all right? So if I wanted to fold down the right-hand side, I'd pull here, and the right-hand side would go down. If I pull down the left-hand side and pull on this, it's the middle and the left-hand side, all right? So you see both of these actually come on latch. If I want to do just the center, all I have to do is pull this tab here, and then the center will come just by itself. So if you want to do a center feed, all you have to do is pull that tab. Now, if I come around the back here, there's another couple of ways. You can also fold down the seat, which would be right here. You do have a pull tab right here, and this does the same thing. It does the middle and it does this side, okay? And then for the tab on the other side, it will just do the passenger side for the seat. In case you were wondering, you can press this button to close your Stelvio trunk, but you can also press this button to close and lock it. But you can also use right here. Press twice, just like you did to open it, and there you go. It comes down by itself, all right? So you don't have to worry about pressing the button, just in case you're a little bit further away from the car. How about we step inside of the Stelvio Sport? Well, the Sport's gonna come with a couple of things that the other models will not come with. When you think Sport, you think patties. Nice big patty shifters, all right, column mounted, so they are staying in place. They do not turn with the wheel, all right? And let's put that to the test. Shall we start it? Foot on the brake, and starting there. We'll close the door just so we don't get too many chimes, and then we'll turn that wheel, and you see those big old paddle shifters just sitting there. All right, so you do have that for the Sport model. Also, the Sport model comes with the brushed aluminum trim. So you get it on both doors. It is not just right up front surrounding the door handle. It goes throughout the door paneling all the way back here. So you get it there, you get it along the center of the dash, over the glove box, all right? And then you also get it in the center here as well. Even with the cup holder door cover, you get the aluminum trim. And with the Sport model, you also get these aluminum pedals. Now, you guys know I love aluminum pedals. With these, they're very sharp, very aggressive looking, and they're huge. All right, so you do have plenty of room for big feet like me. I wear a size 13 to be able to fit right on top of these. They're not small to where you're kind of fumbling around. No, if you put your foot here, you're gonna touch them, and you're gonna be able to get to where you need to get. Even the death pedal there is a nice shape and a nice aluminum pedal. Standard seating with this one, Netto on Netto, black on black. Nothing crazy, no sport seating with this because it is not a TI, so the TI you would have the sport seats. It's not a Lusso, so with the Lusso you'll have the Cannoli luxury seats. So it is the standard seats, which are very nice. A lot of people do like the standard seats because they give you a little bit more room. The sport seats are a little bit more form-fitting. A lot of people do like the luxury seats or the Lusso seats the best because they are shaped like the standard seats, but they have a little bit more padding, the Cannoli leather, so they're the most comfortable out of all the seats. As we mentioned, 8-speed ZF transmission. It is a true track system, so if I wanted to go into reverse, I'm moving it up to this R right here. So I'm going up. I'm pressing the trigger right up front, foot on the brake, and pushing up. If I want to go to neutral, I don't even need my hand on the trigger there. Just pull back, and I'm in neutral. Same with drive. All right, go right to drive. But if I want to go back up to reverse, and from reverse to drive, I need to put my finger on this trigger right up front because that is my safety, so I don't accidentally go from reverse to drive on accident. So you see I went from drive all the way to reverse, and same thing, reverse all the way to drive. See, I didn't go to neutral, but if I were to just push it without pressing that trigger, I'd go to neutral. All right, and then to go into manual mode, pull it right over, and you have your manual. You can shift down, shift up, all right, and put it in the park. Press the P. You could also do the manual shifting by just pulling on the paddle shifters. All right, it's not a full manual mode unless you have it in the manual mode on the gear select here. You do have your driving modes here, that DNA system, dynamic mode, natural, and advanced efficiency. Dynamic gives you the most throttle response. Naturals for everyday city driving. And advanced efficiency is obviously your most fuel economy mode. You do have your navigation dial here, all right? So you can do that for your infotainment system to navigate through it. You can move it to the left, move it to the right, all right? And you can select by pressing it in, but it is not a touchpad, and that screen is not a touch screen. Now you also have a quick menu button and option button here with the best part here, the radio button, which is an independent radio button where you can change the tracks left and right. You can turn up and down the volume, and you can pause or turn off the radio by holding that in. It's just a very nice thing to have. Physical buttons are always nice because everything's going so digital these days. It's nice to actually have a fail-safe just in case something fails on that screen. 8.8-inch screen with this model, so you do have the larger screen size with this. You do also have Sirius XM, all right? You do get that for a good amount of time, which is a year. You do not have navigation in this model, but it does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard for the 2019 models. So if you want to use your navigation, you can always use Waze, you can use Google Maps, Apple Maps on here, but you do not have the navigation setting. So it saves you money in the long run if you do Android Auto, or you can do the, like I said, Apple CarPlay. Then that will help you because you already have that stuff with you. You just need to plug it in for Apple CarPlay. But for Android Auto, you do have to download an app first to start that process. So it's not as plug and play as the Apple CarPlay. But it is nice to have these options just so you can save a little money other places, but still have your media and your navigation and stuff like that just used from your phone. You have your dual zone climate control as well, where you can sync or just change it yourself for your side, and your driver can change it for themselves on their side. All right, you do have a 12 volt there with your USB there, and pretty simple setup. You know, you do have a nice little cover door, which is always nice if you don't want those big gaping cup holders to show. Always push it in, let it flow right over the top. Just behind your electric parking brake, you do have right here your armrest, pretty deep, tons of space down there, tons of storage. You do have 2 USB cables there and an aux cable, so total you have 5 USBs in here, with the 2 in the back, the 1 up front, and then the 2 right inside of here. But tons of space back there. You're definitely going to be able to get whatever you need inside of that armrest. If not, you can carry over to the glove box, which is a pretty decent size too. So if I can get in there, you guys can kind of see the depth of it. It's got enough space to, you know, get enough documents and maybe a couple extra napkins, towels, anything back there that you may need on your journey. I mean, they give you plenty of storage space. Even right under the light here, you have a nice little storage space compartment that could probably put your license and registration if you ever get pulled over, which if you're gonna have a lot of fun in this thing, that'd be a good place to put it, so you can easily just pull it down, pull out your license and registration, and you're good to go. Or you can just kind of put any kind of little documents in there. It's just nice to have all of this space. On the door panel, you do have your lock and unlock button. What I do like about this is when the vehicle is locked, you do have a nice red indicator that is just like, this thing is armed, nobody's getting in this thing, you know, and it's a nice, cool look to it, all right? And then you do have your seat memory here, which you have 3 settings, which is nice. You know, it doesn't have to be just husband and wife, or, you know, just the 2 passengers. It could be a third party in the back. So say your child is old enough to drive and they want their own setting. Well, the child can drive as well. Your 16-year-old, 17-year-old can get in here and have their own setting as well. Just nice to have 3 instead of 2 like you see in a lot of cars previous to this one. Trunk release right up top. You do have your mirror settings, so you can move your side view mirrors. Turn to the left to turn the left one and move it up and down. Turn to the right to move the right mirror, move it up and down. And if you want to fold the mirrors in, just pull it back and it will fold your mirrors. You do have your window controls there, and you have your window lock as well. You have your parking sensors on the far left where you can turn on and off. You have your start stop button where you can turn that on and off. And you have your headlight controls as well. Now you also have your dimmer for your speedo there if you want to make it darker or make it brighter. You do have both static and dynamic driver assistance packages here. I can tell without even looking at the sticker. Well, you have a couple of things. First, you do have the blind spot there, so you can see the triangle, kind of. Can you guys see it? I'm gonna zoom in. See if you can see the triangle there in the rear view mirror. You see that thing right there? All right, that is your blind spot detection there. So when you have a car in your blind spot, that will illuminate in amber. You also have right here the button that shows you your distance from the vehicle in front of you and keeps a certain distance depending on how many times you press it and how far of a distance you want when doing cruise control. You also have right here all right, your lane departure warning as well. So if you have that turned on and you go over the lanes, it will give you your warning chime to let you know that you are crossing over the lines and to stay in your lane. On the steering wheel, as I mentioned, you do have your cruise control settings and your hill descent control. On the other side, you do have your hands free, you have your voice commands, and you have your volume button and changing your tracks for your radio. Now I know a lot of car makers have the cool screens and all the technology and stuff, which is nice, but these are very driver focused. You really focus on the driver and what you're doing, but very simple layout, big bright white lights behind the black face gauges. It's a very clean look and it's a very simple look, but it gets right to the point. Like I said, it's for the driver, no gimmicks here, nothing special, just fun. Take a look up top because you do have a nice panoramic roof with the sunshade there. All right, so you can slide that right back, get a lot of natural light in. I mean, that thing goes far back, guys. Look at that, tons of natural light. All right, and then if you wanted to, you can lift this bad boy up too, let it slide back. Now it definitely does not slide back as much as you would think. It's about to right there, so about halfway through. Same kind of design language in the back. You still have the same aluminum trim around the door handles. All right, pretty simple as far as everything else goes. You have a lock button, but you do not have an unlock button back here. You do have one window control for your window, all right, and you have a little slot for a cup, maybe a small water bottle, but nothing too crazy back there. If you hop inside, which you have plenty of room, I'm 5'11", and as you can see, I was sitting comfortably up front, and I have tons of space in the back, but that's what you get this kind of car for. You do have an extra storage net here, nothing crazy. You do have your turbine vents that carry over to the back design language, which is very nice, all right? And then you have two USB ports right down there at the bottom with a little cubby hole, so if you wanted to charge something, you can plug it in there and let it sit there, all right? You don't have to always hold it with you. And then down the center, you do have your cup holders there. Not any extra storage or space, anything, just enough for 2 cup holders and the rear feed. Here are the tail lamps. Like I said, full LEDs. Look really sharp, really aggressive. Matches the body shape very well. And the turn indicators right there. We're just gonna do this in real time. Also for the side view mirrors, you do have turn indicators there, done in amber. And you can't see them as well because of the sunlight, but you can kind of creep around. Looks really good against that dark metal finish with the amber against it. And then looking at the headlights with the bi-xenons, LEDs, and the turn signals there, it looks really good. These have so much road presence, it's incredible. You guys know a Stelvio when you see it. You know Alfa Romeo when you see it, but when you see these, you know this is not any kind of regular SUV that you've ever seen on the road before, unless you've seen another one of these. So let's look at the sticker of this Stelvio Sport, shall we? 2019 model year Stelvio Sport, Alfa Romeo. $40,545 base price. After all the options, as I said, $49,890. Now this price includes a $1,295 destination charge. Now with this, you're getting a basic warranty of 4 years, 50,000 miles, and a powertrain warranty of 4 years, 50,000 miles. All right, you do have roadside assistance with this car as well. But let's take a look at what we get for our standard options. All right, first we'll start with that color. Misano blue metallic exterior paint. You have the black interior, leather seats, 2-liter 280 horsepower turbocharged inline 4 with the 8-speed automatic transmission. All right, and then your standard features here, stuff like your remote keyless start, your start stop, your Alpha DNA mode, your carbon fiber drive shaft, which a lot of cars cannot say in this segment, your Apple CarPlay, Google Android Auto. You have also your 6-way seats for the driver's seat, 6-way passenger, 4-way lumbar adjust, stuff like that. All right, going up top here, you have your color brake calipers, sport leather wrapped steering wheel. You have your Netto Edizione package, which is $850. You have your driver assistance dynamic package, which is $1,500. Your driver assistance static package, which is $800. All right, your 8.8-inch screen upgrade, which is $950. All right, and then you do have like your dual pane sunroof, which is $1,350. A lot of options that add up a few bits of chunks of change to get to that price, but all worth it in my opinion. I would take a spec like this, no doubt. So guys, I will link my last video of me driving an Alfa Romeo Stelvio, so anyone who is new to the segment, new to the car itself, you can see my driving impressions, see what I think about it, and see all of the forms of it moving and doing what it does best. But I wanted to show off this spec I wanted to show off the things inside and just kind of show off the car in general. It's been a little while since I've shown a Stelvio some love in person, so with the Tonale and other models like that coming out soon or just being announced, I just kind of wanted to take it back to where it started in 2017. So with that said, you guys let me know what you think about this Stelvio spec. Would you pick it up for $49,000? I think it is one of those undefeated specs. As I said, it is one of those where you just see it and you're like, damn, that's a sharp looking car. This Trofeo white and obviously the Rosso Competition in red, those are the most stunning colors. But for $600, I think this is the most bargain price color, you know, because those two colors are $2,200. So with that said, what do you guys think about the Stelvio rear wheel drive sport? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys are looking to get into this car, check out the links down below. I will make sure that I put Maserati Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach's contact information in here so you guys can check out their website, see what they have on inventory, or you can just give them a call, tell them RonsRides sent you, come in, check them out, see what you think, drive these for yourself. Don't take anybody else's opinion on what these cars can do. You really have to get into them yourselves. Take it from someone who has driven, I mean, probably 60 of these things. They're just incredible, whether it's the 2-liter or whether it is the twin turbo V6. But with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Giving it a like helps get it up in the rankings. More people can see the video and we can have a bigger conversation on what this Alfa Romeo is all about. Now with that said, also check out the description down below where I have the links to my one-time donation through PayPal. I also have the RonsRides merch if you guys are looking for some t-shirts, RonsRides stickers, coffee mugs, stuff like that. Or you can check out my Patreon subscription as well for a 1-month donation as well. You can also check out my social media links down there, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all that good stuff. If you guys are trying to keep up with what I'm doing on social media, the different events I'm going to, the different pictures, memes, videos I'm posting for the automotive industry, make sure you check that out as well. But with that said, guys, I will talk to you in the next RonsRides video. You guys be blessed, take care, drive safe, and we'll see you down in the comments below. Peace. Thank you.